Agni Mudra, a mudra for stoking your fire. Fold the ring finger into the palm. Take your thumb to the middle knuckle of your ring finger and lay the backs of your hands on your knees. This is a great mudra and a great practice for stoking your flames. For any time that you feel uninspired, tired, or lethargic, anytime you need a little help turning your dreams and longings into action, expressing them in the world, you can take this mudra or you can come back to this practice. Breathe into the space behind your belly, the space where that fire, Agni, resides. Start to fan your own flames with your breath. What is it that your heart most longs for? What do you need to express in this world? Bring your palms together and then fold over your cross legs, a simple cross-legged forward fold, head dropping between the upper arms. And as you rise up, you're going to twist to the right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. Feel yourself rise tall as you inhale and twisting from that space behind the navel as you exhale. Back arm now sweeps alongside your ear as you take a side bend, left shoulder dipping towards left knee. And then that right hand will come and fall to the left knee, arms crisscrossed, fold straight ahead through center, head dropping towards the earth. And as you rise from this one, like a flower blooming open, you're going to come into Navasana, the boat pose. So opening up the arms and legs, balancing on your sitting bones. And you can definitely hold behind your thighs for a little extra support here. Or if your spine will stay straight, lengthen the arms and legs. Navasana. From Navasana, cross the other shin in front and come to Sukhasana, simple cross-legged seat. Keeping your sitting bones anchored, walk the arms forward and take a forward fold. The head softening towards the earth. On an in-breath, rise back up with a tall spine and turn towards the left hand behind your tail, right hand to left knee. Inhale, make space between the bones of the spine, and exhale, twist from the belly button. Back arm sweeps up alongside your ear as you dip the right shoulder towards the right knee in a side bend. And then that back hand comes to the opposite knee, arms crisscrossed, and you just let yourself tumble right down between the center of your legs, folding forward. Rise up on an in-breath, open your limbs, balance on your sitting bones. Boat pose, Navasana, either with straight legs or bent knees, whatever you need for your body today. And then crossing one shin in front of the other, coming back to Sukhasana, your simple seat, to fold forward, anchoring back as you stretch the heart forward and the arms forward. Rise back up on an inhale, twisting to the right hand behind you, left hand to right knee. Let's add a little pranayama here, Kapalabhati. So you're going to force the breath out through the nose. The inhale is automatic. You're snapping the belly button back with every exhale. It's a great cleansing breath, great one for also stoking your own fire. And then inhale, reach the right arm up alongside the ear, stretch to the side. Right hand to left knee, crisscrossed arms, and fold forward. On an in-breath, rise all the way up. Open your arms and legs into your boat, balancing on your sitting bones, floating. If you like here, you can take Bhastrika, the breath of fire. It's an even inhale and exhale through the nose, like a puppy panting with its mouth closed. It's another great one for stoking your flames. Inhale big, and then as you exhale, cross the other shin in front, and fold forward over your crossed legs. Rising up so that you can twist to the left hand crawls behind you, right hand to left knee, getting ready for Kapalabhati. Fill up well and then start to snap the belly button back, forcing the air out through the nose. It's called the skull polishing breath. It helps not only to feed the flames, but to cleanse the mind, a fog of negative thoughts. Inhale, left arm up alongside the ear, stretch to the side as you exhale. And then left hand to right knee, fold straight through the center. And the inhale will take you right back up with a tall spine, reaching arms and legs out into one more Navasana. If you like, adding that extra pranayama, the inhale, exhale through the nose, quick and light, like a blacksmith's bellows. What feeds your flames? From here, take it into Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees apart, stretch the heart forward towards your toes and fold. And from your Baddha Konasana, you'll rise back up through the spine, close the knees, and in your own time, get yourself to downward facing dog. Plant yourself well, anchor down through the palms and feet, and then use that breath, light it up. Let it begin to stoke that fire behind the belly. Let it sweep into all the nooks and crannies of your body. And then walk one footstep at a time all the way up to the top of your mat to fold forward at the front of your space. And once you get there, we will stoke that fire a little bit more with some Surya Namaskar, adding some twists for extra Agni, extra fire. With a big inhale, ripple all the way up like a flame rising. You can press the palms together above your head. And on your exhale, dive all the way down over your legs to touch the earth. Step the right leg way back. Keep your spine nice and long. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Forward into plank on your inhale. Lower all the way to the earth in a straight line if you can. Inhale, cobra. And then through hands and knees, back into downward facing dog. Raise your right leg to the sky and smoothly send the foot up between your hands. Raising your right arm, taking a twist right from the navel. Keep the back thigh lifted. Drop the right hand, step the back foot forward, fold in half. And inhale, reach all the way up where the palms connect. Exhale, fold all the way down. Left side, step the left leg back, look forward, land in downward facing dog. And then roll out to plank pose. Keep the elbows close as you lower all the way to your belly. Plant the tailbone for cobra, open the heart. Through hands and knees, back into your down dog. And raise your left leg to the sky behind you. Step the foot up between your hands. And raise your left arm to the sky. Find your twist. Left hand down, back foot steps forward, fold in half. Inhale, come all the way up, press the palms. Exhale, dive all the way down and step the right leg way back. And then land in downward facing dog. Keep the heart bright as you move forward into plank. And this time, if you can lower halfway down, come into chaturanga. You can always drop all the way down if you need to. Inhale, upward dog. Open the heart through the arms. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Reach your right leg up to the sky behind you. Take your time stepping it up between your hands and raise the right arm for your twist. Right hand down, back foot forward, fold in half. And rise up like your flames want to kiss the sky. Fold all the way down as you breathe out. Send the left leg back with a big step. Keep the spine long. Downward facing dog. And a big reach forward into plank pose, heels pressing back. Lower halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale back, down dog, Adho Mukha. Send your left leg up to the sky and step it up between your hands. Raise your left arm, twisting. And left hand comes down, back foot steps forward, folding in half. Inhale, flames rise, arms reach up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Step the right leg back and then changing it up a little bit, step right into chaturanga here. Bend the elbows. Inhale through up dog, roll over the toes. downward facing dog. So you can absolutely just walk it simply up to the top of the mat, or for a little more fire, almost like little sparks flying from the fire, walk your feet in just a little bit. And with 2 legs at once, bend the knees and 3 times hop up and down like you're kicking your heels to your own seat. Once, twice, and on the 3rd one, see if you can land your feet between your hands. Come up halfway and then fold over your legs. On your in-breath, rise all the way up. And on your out-breath, fold all the way down. Left side, step your leg back with a big step. Chaturanga Dandasana, bend the elbows as you step back. Inhale through upward dog and exhale back into downward facing dog. And you're very welcome to keep it simple and just walk up to the top of the mat, or you walk up just a couple of inches, plant your hands, really spread them into the ground. Try to keep your arms straight. And you'll take your hops 2 feet at once, trying to land as quietly as possible, once, twice. And then on that 3rd one, try to land your feet up between your hands. You might even catch a little air time, who knows? And on that 3rd one, you land and you look forward, lengthen the spine, fold over your legs. Utkatasana, fierce pose, bend your knees generously, sweep the arms up alongside your ears. Breathe well. You can sink the hips a little more, spiral the pinkies in, and then fold over straight legs. Look up, lengthen the spine, step or hop back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale through up dog and exhale back into downward facing dog. So remember that Agni Mudra from the beginning. We're going to use that again. Raise your right leg to the sky. Step your right foot between your hands. Anchor the back heel. Catch your Agni Mudra here. Fold the ring finger in. Press the thumb over it. Inhale, sweep arms up. And it's an open mouth, big exhale. Sweep the arms and fold down. Arms swing back behind you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swing down, arms sweep back. One more time, arms up. This time you turn into warrior 2. Spread your wings to the side. Adjust your feet as necessary. Right knee bent to a square. Feel your thighs roll away from each other. And then flip your right palm open and take a side bend, reverse warrior. Cartwheel the hands down. You can take a vinyasa, step back into chaturanga. You can always feel free to skip that part if you need to save a little energy. You can go right into downward dog and skip the push-ups. Raise your left toes to the sky. Step forward into that warrior 1, getting your Agni Mudra ready. And on your in-breath, sweep your arms up with your mudra. And exhale through the mouth, swing the torso down, arms back. Inhale, arms up. And swing down. Last one, arms up. This time turn it into warrior 2. Chest facing the side of your mat. Spine in Tadasana. So feel your mighty mountain spine right in the center of things, rising up towards the sky. Flip the top front palm to face the sky. Lean to the side, reverse warrior. The left ribs fanning open like an accordion here. And the breath moving through them like the music, making the music with your body. Cartwheel 2 hands to frame the front foot. Step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog pose. And then we'll take that vinyasa and add on to it just a little bit. Beginning stays the same. Right leg lifts up high behind you. Step the right foot forward. Anchor the back heel. Warrior 1 with Agni Mudra. Fan those flames. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, spill down, arms swing back. Twice more. Last one, as you come on up, you stay and then open into Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse your warrior. We'll add a little arms here. Gomukhasana arms. Right hand behind the head. Left arm snakes up the back of the spine. If you can't reach your fingers, no problem. Grab your shirt or grab a strap or belt. Straighten the front leg, toes to the long side of the mat, hinging from the hips, dive down into your wide-legged fold. Practicing staying. Sometimes the fire, being in the fire, means the willingness to stay with what is, the willingness to stand firm in how things are without running away, without wishing for escape. Drop the hands, walk around to the front of the mat, step forward to the top, and fold with 2 soft knees. Left hand plants in front of the toes, left knee bends very generously. Raise your right arm to the sky, twisting, straightening the right leg as much as it'll straighten. Keep your spine long, your heart spreading open to the side. And then change, right hand comes down in front of right foot. Right knee bends generously, left arm opens, and that left leg straightens just as much as you can. You can always put a block under your hand if you need to bring the floor to meet you. And then the left hand comes down, both knees bend. From there, look forward, stretch the heart forward, Chaturanga Dandasana, keep the heart forward. Inhale, up dog, exhale back, downward facing dog. Left side, peel the leg up and back. Step your way forward, anchor the back heel, and it's Agni Mudra with your warrior 1, like a blacksmith bellows. You are fanning your own flames. Inhale up, and you exhale, swing down, arms sway back, and one more time, up. And then spread those wings to the side for warrior 2. Get your feet well spread into the earth. Tip the front palm open, reverse your warrior. And add those arms here, left arm tucking behind the head, right arm coming up from behind. Bridge the gap of the hands with a belt or strap. And then straighten out your front leg, turn the toes to the long side of your mat. And folding forward here, right from your hips, Prasarita Padottanasana. Keep the arms if you can. If you need to let them go, of course you can. But see if you can hold on and practice staying. Practice being gracious and present with what is without resistance. As you gently release the arms, you can begin that walk around to the left side, facing the front of the mat again. Step your back foot forward, fold in half at the top of your space. Right hand down in front of the right foot or on a block if you need it. Right knee bends and left arm reaches up as you spread your heart to the left. Open the collarbones like they're great wings reaching to either side of the room. And then the left hand comes down in front of the left foot, the left knee bends a whole bunch, and the right arm goes up. See if you can straighten that right leg out. Feed the shape with your breath. The right hand comes down and both knees soften so that you can fold into your legs. From here, you're going to widen your toes apart and come into squat pose, Malasana. Zip the palms together in a prayer, press the knees apart with your elbows. If you'd like to take that Bhastrika breath here, that might be fun too, that in and out, puppy panting breath through the nose. From squat, lower down into Navasana, stretching arms forward, legs up, or always holding on behind the thighs if necessary. And from this Navasana, once you've taken about 5 breaths, you can roll back into a soft plow pose, Halasana. Roll right back up onto your feet into your squat. Use your hands if you need to, or maybe practice trying it with no hands. You can add that breath of fire, Bhastrika, in and out. Such a good one for really pumping the whole body with so much fresh oxygen, waking all the systems up. Great for waking the mind up too, if you ever feel foggy. And then Navasana, lowering your sitting bones to the ground, creating that V shape. Navasana turns into that soft plow pose, roll back, legs overhead. They may or may not touch the ground. Roll yourself up. You can come into squat or right into the crow. Plant your palms, bend your elbows. Take your shins to your upper arms, your big toes together. Look forward, lift your feet from the ground, lift your shoulder blades. And you can step or hop back into Chaturanga. If you are in squat pose, just simply step back and take your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. I'm going to shift gears just a little bit here, but it starts the same way. So with an in-breath, go ahead and reach your right toes up to the sky behind you. Take your time, really raising that leg, extending it as far as it'll go. Step forward. Plant the back heel. Agni Mudra, inhale up. Ha! Fold, swing the arms back and then back up. And ha! And this time as you reach up, stay up. Lift the back heel. And come into eagle arms. So a high lunge with the left arm wrapped under the right. And now full eagle pose. Wrap your left thigh around your right thigh. See if you can tuck the toes, maybe even behind your right calf. Snuggle the hips down, lift the elbows up, breathe well. And then from your eagle, you'll turn that into a standing split. Unfold the arms and legs. Keep the left foot floating. Bring your hands to frame your front foot and sail your right toes up to the sky behind you. Straighten out that top knee, even if it means the leg doesn't go up as far. Make sure your left knee is nice and straight. That foot that's up in the sky, the left one, flex at the ankle because that's going to deliver you back into high lunge. Deliver the ball of the left foot to the back of the mat. Take your time raising the arms up, coming back to high lunge, and then hands to prayer at the heart. Left elbow crosses the right thigh for a twist. Press the palms together. That'll help keep the front of the heart wide and bright. You might even look up towards the ceiling. It's okay if this one's a bit wobbly. Release hands to frame the front foot, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Left side, peel your left leg up and back behind you. Take your time. Reach it all the way up as far as it'll go. And then step the foot forward, getting ready for Warrior One, Agni Mudra. Swing that mudra up. And ha, twice more. I like this one because it kind of feels like you're at a heavy metal concert. Last one, up. So you'll take high lunge now with eagle arms, right arm under the left, lift the back heel, and launch that right thigh over the left one. Wrapping the legs like ropes, wrapping the arms up, lifting the elbows up, moving the wrists away from your face as the hips drop a little deeper. And then turn your eagle into the standing split, releasing the hands to the floor and taking that right leg up to the sky, just as high as it'll go today. Fold into your standing leg, drop your head. Flex that foot that's up in the air. That's going to help you step all the way back into your high lunge. So ball the right foot to the back of the mat. Bend your left knee. Come on up into high lunge. Bring the palms to touch at your heart. And cross the right elbow over the left thigh this time. Press that right arm into the leg and press the leg back into the arm. See if you can soothe yourself with your breath here. We can be calm and gracious, even amidst difficulties. Frame the front foot with your hands. Step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. All right, big twist time. Here we go. So this is a step by step. You can stop anywhere you need to. It's like a train that has many stops, and you can get off as you need, or you can take it to the end of the line. Right leg lifts high. Step the right foot all the way up between your hands. High lunge, so keep the back heel lifted. As you rise up, bring the palms to prayer at the heart. Left elbow crosses right thigh. Right, that's stop one. You can stay right there. You might even put the back knee down. Or if you want to go further, left hand to the outside of the right foot and right arm reaches up into the sky. You can always put a block under your bottom hand. If that's enough, stay. Otherwise, turn the right palm to face the front of your mat. Reach that arm over the ear as you press back through the back heel And last step is to anchor that back foot down. Now that wants to get the hips out of alignment. So now you have to square the hips again by pressing your right knee into your arm. Stretch from the back heel to the top fingers and try to breathe as best you can. And when you do let go smoothly and find your way back into downward facing dog. Deepen your breath, calm your mind and heart down. That's a huge twist. And we'll try that on the other side. Preparing by deepening the breath, calming down, feeling the ground beneath you. And then raise your left toes up to the sky. Take your time, step it forward, getting ready for high lunge to start with. So back heel is lifted, left knee bent to a square, lift your chest, bring your palms to touch at your heart. It's okay if it's wobbly. So step one, tuck the right elbow over the left thigh. That's plenty. You can always stay here or start with that and then build. Right hand comes down and left arm goes up and the arms just widen like great phoenix wings, like phoenix rising from the flames. The top palm turns to face the front of your mat and that arm reaches over the ear. That's the next step. The back heel presses away, top fingertips stretch forward. And then last thing is to bring that back foot all the way down. Draw the left hip back. Reach your top arm out over the ear. Look up beyond that top arm and breathe. Steady yourself. Feel what's touching the ground. Anchor it down. Keep breathing. And releasing slowly into downward facing dog. From downward dog, fall to your knees, child's pose. Resting, settle yourself. Think again about the beginning of class and what it was that you asked yourself about what is it that your heart most longs for. Rising up to take Virasana here. So sitting between your heels, tops of the feet on the mat. You can definitely sit on blocks, blankets, cushions, whatever you need. Agni Mudra, bring the thumb over the middle knuckle of the ring finger as it folds into your palm. Focus on breathing right into the space behind your navel, on turning dreams into reality, on taking all the deepest longings and prayers of your heart and making them happen. Agni, the god Agni, is the one who brings the prayers of the humans, the longings and the dreams up to the universe, to the gods. So you can stay there in your Virasana with your Agni Mudra, or now's a nice time for a headstand practice. Clasping the hands, forearms down, hold the back of your head in your palms and walk your feet in. You can go up with 2 straight legs if possible, or one knee comes into the belly and then the other one. And then you raise your knees towards the ceiling and then your toes go up. So that flame that was behind your belly that we had mentioned, it always points up. So now imagine that same flame. It's still pointing up towards the sky, only you've turned upside down. So now that flame is burning up anything heavy or stale because of gravity, because of our lives, because of lethargy or staleness. Things get kind of stuck, right? Things kind of sift down into our lower parts and get stuck there. So imagine that flame burning up anything that's heavy. Burning up any waste, anything that's keeping you stuck or held back. Breathe well into that space behind the navel and keep that fire lit. When you do come out of headstand, do so even more mindfully if possible than you went in. Come down so slowly. Knees can bend, tucking into the belly. And then you'll lower right down onto your toes or your shins, coming into child's pose. And rise right back up, meeting us in Virasana, as if it never happened. Agni Mudra. So all that twisting has got your spine really ready for some back bending. Let's do a little back bending. From downward facing dog, raise your right leg up to the sky behind you. Send your right foot up between your hands. Place the back knee down. You can start by stacking palms on your right thigh. Then if you have the room, raise the arms alongside your ears. Anjaneyasana, the crescent moon. So you make a soft crescent shape from the back toes up to the top fingers. Keep that breath rich and full, moving through the leaves of your body, keeping that fire burning bright. Lower your hands down. Draw the hips back for a runner stretch. Straighten the front leg out. Shift the right heel a few inches forward. Lengthen the spine and fold. Think more about making space than about how far you fold. So it's more about reaching the heart forward, keeping the spine and the side body long, and breathing really well and deeply here. Look up. Take your left hand to the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Pluck that foot up off the floor and move it over to the left edge of your mat. Then walk your arms around to the right side. Stretch them out straight and long as if you're still in downward dog. And try to move back into the hips a little bit. Turn your right toe, your right pinky toe, move that to the left a little. And breathe deeply here. This one is great for opening up the outer hips and back bends. Walk back to center, bend your right knee into pigeon pose. Tuck your right foot a little closer to your left hip. Raise your spine tall. If that's enough, stay there. Or if you have the room to reach for your back foot, reach for it with your left hand. Maybe even bring it into your left elbow and hook the right arm behind your head. Remember, there's no rush with any of this. If that doesn't happen today, that's fine. Keep as much space in the low back as possible, trying to lift your back ribs away from your low back. As you gently release your back bend in your pigeon, do take your time with that. Bring your palms back down to the front of the mat. Curl the back toes under and step back, downward facing dog. From this downward facing dog, just walk your feet in 1 millimeter closer to your wrist, that's all. And then roll over the toes, keeping them tucked into up dog. So toes stay tucked. And then back into down dog. And do that a few times. So downward facing dog to up dog and back into down dog. So you can go slowly or you can start to speed it up, really stoking that fire as you speed up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Up dog. Down dog. And then settle in downward facing dog for the other side. Raising the left toes to the sky. Slowly step it forward. Anjaneyasana. Arms reach up. And from Anjaneyasana, drop your hands to frame your front foot. And slide back into that runner stretch, straightening the front leg out, turning the left toes up to face the sky. Fold over your long left leg, thinking space, length, lots of breath. Look forward and take your right hand to the pinky toe edge of your left foot. Bring that foot over to the right edge of your mat. And then walk your hands around to the left side, stretching the arms long and moving the weight back into your seat. So this one is so great because if the outer hips are tight, then they want to pull the knees apart in back bends, and it becomes very hard to do shapes like wheel. So this is a great prep for back bends. From there, begin to walk your hands back around to the front of your mat, folding the left knee into pigeon pose. So that left foot can tuck back a little closer to your right hip for balance. Spine really mighty and tall. Breath full, heart wide open. And if you have the room, bend your back knee and reach for the right foot with your right hand. You can also bring that right foot into the crease of your right elbow, hooking the left hand behind your head, taking the mermaid variation of King Pigeon. Let the breath really light you up. Keep breathing into the space behind the navel. And when you release, release gracefully and gently, letting go of the hands, letting go of the back foot. You can bring that back leg around to the front this time and lie down on your back with the feet planted and the knees bent, setting up for bridge pose, palms by your side. Big toes nice and heavy on the earth, plug in well, and then raise the pelvis to the sky. Clasp your hands underneath you. Walk the outer shoulders in as you lift your sternum towards the sky. Lift your tailbone towards the sky. Lift your inner thighs. Lift your outer thighs even more. Hug your shin bones back. And then to come out, release the hands, roll down the bones of the spine, walk the feet open just a little more, and touch the knees together in a prayer. So you can definitely stick with the bridge pose, or if you're ready for a full wheel, for the next one you can bring your palms beside your ears, plant those feet in line with your hips. And with a big inhale, rise right up into Urdhva Dhanurasana. So because we've worked those outer hips, you should be able to keep the knees in line with the middle toe. Straighten the arms as much as you can and let that breath really light you up. The more you can anchor into the palms and feet, the more you can open and spread through the heart. And then when you do come down, you'll bring your chin into your chest and come down even slower than you went up. As before, you can widen the feet a touch, drop the knees together like a prayer. The palms can connect into a prayer and come to the space between your eyebrows. It's a nice moment to just remember your blessings, to count all the gifts that you've been given in your life. It's set up for one more back bend, the bridge or the wheel. Go ahead and on an in-breath, raise yourself to the sky. If you'd like to take a variation in your bridge or wheel, you can raise one leg at a time, kick your toes up towards the sky. And then carefully bring that leg down and raise the other one. You can do this in the bridge or the wheel. Bring the leg down. Walk the feet away if you're in wheels so that the chin can come in, and when you come down, the knees stay over the ankles. Walk your feet a little bit apart, knees touching, hands in that prayer that connects to the space between the eyebrows, and you have a moment of gratitude. And then from that easy resting position, you can let the hands go. Windshield wiper the knees a little bit from side to side. And then take a happy baby, reaching for the outer edges of your feet. You can rock a little from hip to hip here. Settle the tailbone towards the earth. Feel the lungs wide open. And then hug your knees into your chest. Drop your knees over to the left side for a simple twist. We've done lots of twisting already, so we don't have to do anything major here. Allow the back of your heart to spread towards the earth as your breath lengthens. And then bring the knees back through center. Feel the center, hug them in, and drop 2 knees over to the right side as your heart opens to the left. You can gaze out over that left arm or wherever the head is happy, let it land. Breathe into the spaces between the bones, the spaces between the muscles and the skin. Draw the knees back to center. Rock yourself up to sit. Setting up for the fire log pose, Agni Vinyasa, right shin over left. So right ankle over left knee over left ankle. You can always lengthen the bottom leg out straight, take a half variation, or put a block or blanket or some padding underneath your top knee if you have a little space there. Whatever you need to make this work for your hips. You can even take it more of a cross-legged shape. Anchor well. From that anchoring down, raise your heart up. And if you have the room to walk forward, go ahead and take a forward fold. Sometimes it's better just to stay upright and let gravity do the heavy work with the hips. Soften the edges of your shape as the head drops. We have to balance the fire with a deep listening. So it's great to wake things up, to get that fire stoked, to go out into the world and make things happen. But you have to make sure that you're also doing a whole lot of really tuning in to the inner world, of listening deeply for what's your truth. What is it that your heart most desires? What is your gift to the world? Slowly rise up. Straighten the spine up. Stretch your right leg out to the side. Draw the left foot and knee back a bit for Janu Shirshasana. Extend your long spine over that right leg. Keep the heart reaching for the toes. And when you can't go anymore, then do let that head fall. With a great inhale, rise back up. Taking an altar shape, plant the feet with bent knees, palms behind you, lift your hips up, offer your heart. So you're every part of the story here. You're the fire, you're the logs in the fire. Here we go again, Agni Vinyasa, left ankle over right knee, left knee over right ankle. And then reaching forward with the heart, you can fold forward, modify any way that you need to with any props. So you are the logs in the fire. You are the offering, the prayers themselves. With your next inhale, rise up through the spine. Getting ready for Janu Shirshasana. Open your left leg out to the side. Draw the right foot back, that right knee very bent. And then fold over your extended leg. Dropping into that internal world. Quieting the mind and heart. Come on up on an inhale. Create that altar again. Plant your feet hip width apart, palms behind you. Raise your heart to the sky. Let a big exhale fall out of your mouth. And then lower your seat down. Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees apart. With a big long spine and a mighty breath, fold over your legs, sealing the whole practice in. Lift up tall on your in-breath. Fold your legs into a simple seat. Take your Agni Mudra one more time. Backs of the hands to your knees. Spine mighty and tall, like a flame rising to the sky. And what feeds your flames? Rumi said, set your life on fire. Seek those who fan your flames. Stay close to who and what inspires you and keeps your fire burning. You can meditate as long as you like, or you can lie back and take Shavasana. Stay as long as you like in your Shavasana. Namaste.